let me share my process of how I ended up templating these planks, because it took me quite a while to figure this out, and if I'd have figured this out at the end I'd have been way faster from the start. So let me share it with you. Okay, so let's assume you've got your material to thickness. You would first of all check that your plank hopefully is a good template to use. So if it's within a 1/4 inch, you're probably in good shape to reuse it. So I was pretty lucky. Most of my planks were about 1/8 under size either side, and I tried to keep all of the boat back to the original so that I could use those the original sizes and specs, so that I could reuse those planks as templates. So much easier if you can do that. So then I would take my plank, let's pretend this is my plank, I would put it over my material, and I would take a 1/8 piece of ply, it's probably 4mm 1/8, and I would use that. You can see this is well used. I would use that around the outside as a template to just lift me away from the original size of the plank and give me an extra 1/8 either side. Like this. This is actually harder than doing a plank because it's pretty small and fiddly to hold. So now I've got the plank plus 1/8 all the way around. Then before I release the plank, typically I'd clamp this, by the way, clamp this down. I found the boat really good place to work on, lots of clamping. Then I would draw the actual size of the plank. Now you're going to have damage to the edges, it's going to be a wavy line, it's going to be really difficult. So then what I end up with is something that is going to look like that. I've got the actual size of the plank, and typically on a 60-year-old plank this is going to be all sort of wobbly and broken there, but I've got the inner size and I've got plus 1/8. So then what I would do is rip this down with my circular saw. So just rip this out. Then the next step I would use is my planer, electric planer, and I would come down to this line. So what I would find is I would need to work different areas. I would come as close as I could with the planer, and then my final pass on the plane would always be a complete pass. So in other words, I try and come really close to the line all the way along, and then one final full pass all the way along to blend it all in. Now if I had a shape like this that I was trying to work on, exaggerated, so I'm trying to come in on a banana shape, my plane is not gonna ride that curve. So in that case, what I would do is I would use my belt sander with 80 grit, and again I would be able to get close to that line, and again on the final pass I'd come the whole plank with the 80 grit, and that got me a really nice finish. This was way faster than what I was doing to start with, and I preferred it to that that router technique that I used. I found I was much faster at the end following this technique. So hopefully you, if you're working your own planks, could try this first. You don't have to fit 20 planks before you figure this out, but it's pretty quick. So here is my final planks. Now they're just getting CPS'd. You can see they have a good finish on the edges, much better finish on the edges, really nice. Came out really well.